This chapter covers the Liquor License and Control Act 2019 LLCA, the role of the Alcohol and Gaming Commission of Ontario AGCO, liquor sales licenses. The Liquor License and Control Act 2019 LLCA. Select the play button to start the video. To understand the Liquor License and Control Act 2019, we have to go back to the first decades of the 20th century. A group of people worked together to make the sale and consumption of alcohol illegal in much of Canada. This period of time was called Prohibition and lasted in Ontario from 1916 until the ban was lifted in 1927. To keep the public safe and ensure everybody selling or serving alcohol followed the same rules, the government passed the Liquor License Act, or LLA, in 1927, now known as the Liquor License and Control Act 2019, LLCA. The Liquor License and Control Act 2019, LLCA, and the regulations under the LLCA come into effect, enabling the AGCO to modernize the way it regulates the sale, service, and delivery of liquor, and importantly, lay the groundwork for a more flexible approach to regulation. A liquor sales license is required by any business wishing to sell or serve alcohol on its premises. Liquor sales licenses are issued by the AGCO. Special occasion permits, SOPs, are required for the service of alcohol at an event in any location, other than a licensed establishment like a bar or restaurant or private place, boardroom in a private office, or residence.
Did you fill out the other form?
However, if alcohol is being offered for sale at a private place, an SOP is required. This excludes private residences, your home, where alcohol cannot be sold.
It's pretty basic. It's basic information, but it needs this.
Endorsements are additions to a liquor sales license. Any establishment that has a liquor sales license can also apply for a license endorsement. An endorsement is only used for specific circumstances. For example, a golf course that wants to sell and serve alcohol on the playing area of the golf course. It is a violation of the LLCA to sell or serve alcohol in Ontario to anyone under the age of 19. Additionally, any individuals selling, serving, handling, or delivering alcohol must be at least 18 years of age. The LLCA and the AGCO are essential for safe and responsible alcohol sales, service, and delivery in Ontario.
What does it ask? It asks for your short term number or something?
Yeah. At the very bottom. So it asks for basic information and then that's my sort number. So I'm trying to get this done and then
Are you on the test part yet?
all the different parts of it.
Just try to
No, because then I'm gonna fail the test. Let's see if I can show you.
I'm telling you you're gonna send it by today. Let me get the finish by today.
Get on.
Huh?
Okay. You shouldn't have told her that. Dude, what
She
is?
asked me to send it because she needs to pay you.
Oh, she needs that to pay me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because that's my information. Oh, because she doesn't give me my tips in my bank account. Is that what she's gonna do?
She usually does it, but she never told me anything. She probably has to ask her.
Okay, because I don't want my tips in my bank account because I need everything I make from that job is getting reduced from my EI, and I don't even receive EI yet. So
The Liquor License and Control Act 2019 LLCA
is the law and regulations which, together with the standards, affect the sale, service, and delivery of alcohol in Ontario. The Liquor License and Control Act 2019 LLCA is the law and regulations which, together with the standards, affect the sale, service, and delivery of alcohol in Ontario.
This is confusing. I know the A. This might be false because I think the AGCO manages what they said because the LLCO is the Liquor License Act, and that's the Liquor License Control Act, which maybe they do control it because they're basically the top, like, you
This
know?
is too much for this one question. One's not actually the test.
The Liquor License and Control
I'll tell
Act
you what,
2019
I
LLCA is the law and regulations which, together with the
So don't
standards,
think about too
affect the
much?
sale,
No.
service, and delivery of
Once you
alcohol
answer,
in
I'll
Ontario.
tell you if you're right or wrong.
Okay,
Then
fine.
you know for
Okay,
next
okay.
time.
The Liquor License and Control Act 2019 LLCA is the law and regulations which, together with the standards, affect the sale, service, and delivery of alcohol in Ontario.
Was it true? Alright.
Correct. The Liquor License and Control Act 2019 LLCA is the law and regulations which, together with the standards, affect the sale, service, and delivery of alcohol in Ontario.
Okay,
You
so
wanna have some before it gets spicy?
LLC the top. Because the way my brain works, I need to remember things in the structure that it looks, you know? Plus, on the test, I need to know which one is what. And if I know the structure, then I know what I know the code.
That's the only one that is to eat it. But we have to finish this so we can go.
Mhm.
I have to take my stuff and I want to get out not too late because it's nice out today. So listen to the question once, pick an answer, and then let it tell you what's the answer. Because it's gonna tell you at the end what it does or what it doesn't do.
I know.
This should take probably another hour, maybe. If you were doing
There's
this,
so
this would
much.
take
I think
7
there's
hours.
more.
This would take 7 hours for you, but we're gonna do it together. It's gonna take an hour. Okay, ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm. Let it read it.
Okay.
Liquor sales licenses are issued by the Government of Canada.
True or false?
Liquor sales. Let me hear it again.
Liquor license sales are issued by the Government of Canada. True or false?
False.
False. Right. Liquor license sales are issued by the Alcohol and Gaming Commission of Ontario, the AGCO. The AGCO can also suspend or revoke a liquor sales license.
True. Oh, do you put?
No, I told you that that was what it was.
Okay.
That's what the answer I gave you.
Let it read it to me.
Excuse me.
Regulations and Standards, Part 1. A liquor sales license can be issued to an individual or a corporation who is then known as the licensee, owner, manager of the establishment. The license must be displayed where customers can see it. All licensees selling and serving alcohol in Ontario are subject to the Liquor License and Control Act 2019 LLCA, its regulations, registrar's interim standards and requirements. Select the button below to reveal important points for keeping you and your customers safe. Only sell and serve alcohol to customers who are at least 19 years of age. Ensure any staff member selling, serving, handling, or delivering alcohol is at least 18 years of age and SmartServe certified. Ensure any staff member selling, serving, handling, or delivering alcohol is at least 18 years of age and SmartServe certified. Monitor consumption of liquor on the premises. Do not serve a customer who appears or is intoxicated. Never allow an intoxicated person to enter or remain on the premises. always allow entry to on-duty AGCO inspectors, law enforcement officers, firefighters, and government inspectors. Service times. Permissible hours for the sale and service of alcohol in a licensed establishment are Monday to Sunday, 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. New Year's Eve, December 31st,
You don't like it.
9 a.m. to 3 a.m. Daylight savings. Fall. Turn the clock back from 2 a.m. to 1 a.m. And you may then continue to serve alcohol until the stop service time of 2 a.m. Spring. Turn the clock forward from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. At this time, the sale of liquor must stop.
So it must stop at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So 2 a.m. it's illegal to sell liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Service rules. A licensed establishment must not require customers to purchase a minimum number of drinks in order to gain entry to or remain on the premises. Orders for alcohol must be served before the stop service time. For example, in a licensed establishment, you cannot serve drinks after 2 a.m., even if you took the order at 1:55 a.m., except on New Year's Eve. All alcohol and its containers, including empty glasses and bottles, must be cleared away within 45 minutes of the stop service time on the license. For example, by 2:45 a.m., for most establishments where the stop service time is 2 a.m.
Okay.
Alcohol service. Only sell and serve alcohol purchased on license from the LCBO, the beer store, and or manufacturer's retail stores. Do not substitute one type of alcohol for another without the customer's consent. Do not water down or alter a drink unless the customer is informed of the modification at the time of sale or service. Keep a record of the modification for at least 1 year. Offer a variety of alcohol-free beverages. Tips for encouraging responsible alcohol consumption. 1. Serve drinks in a self-supporting, flat-bottomed container. Drinks that cannot be put down encourage faster alcohol consumption. 2. Although not legally required, SmartServe recommends that light meals be available during alcohol service hours. Licensed area. Licensees can choose to have their liquor sales license apply to the whole premises, also called ancillary areas. This means customers of that licensed establishment can move around and keep their alcoholic beverages with them in all approved areas. This may include washrooms, hallways, and stairwells.
So who can move around with the customers? This means customers of that license. Okay.
Maximum capacity. Every establishment has a maximum capacity that is shown on their liquor sales license. Maximum capacity is the total number of customers and employees allowed in the establishment at one time. Each separate area within an establishment may have its own maximum capacity. Even when maximum capacity has been reached, on-duty AGCO inspectors, law enforcement officers, firefighters, and government inspectors, example, building code inspectors, health inspectors, must be allowed entry. Sandy's Law. Every establishment selling or serving alcohol must display a sign warning that drinking alcohol during pregnancy can cause fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, FASD. Under the LLCA, it is a regulatory violation to sell or supply alcohol to anyone unless the sign is prominently displayed. Check the resources section for a link to more information on Sandy's Law.
Yeah, I see he's by the bar.
You can
So
display
you're not allowed
either
to
a
serve to
Sandy's
pregnant
Law
people?
sign or a
No,
liquor
no.
sales
You
license in a
you cannot serve at all unless this is there. So you can't even serve to a man unless this is like somewhere where they could visually see it. Just so people know. Like, you know? That's it. So this is basically mandatory to be there while you're selling. Just for some information. It's useful to females, but it's mandatory to be there when you sell at all.
You can display either a Sandy's Lost sign or a liquor sales license in a licensed establishment.
Oh,
Quick, true or false?
um,
Quick.
wait.
You can display either a Sandy's Lost sign
False.
or a liquor
Yeah.
sales license in a licensed establishment.
Go. Go.
No,
Race to
correct.
finish. No, I'm just kidding.
Both a Sandy's Lost sign and a liquor sales license must be visible to customers in a licensed establishment.
This is why I like doing stuff with you, because I felt like doing this with you would be better. And I guess you like to do things fast, so you speed me up a little bit. Because I probably would listen. Some of these I
You're
listened
gonna
to
make it take the
3
whole 8
times.
weeks that they allow
In a
you.
licensed
This
establishment,
took me a
you
day.
can only sell
Not
and
even
serve
like 2
alcohol
to
Okay.
3
to
hours
customers.
max.
Okay,
Like
but mine is also longer than yours because yours is older. When did you get yours?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Now there's double the amount of stuff.
Okay, mine took
Right.
about 3 hours maybe.
3 hours. So mine would take roughly, if yours took 3, mine would take 6. Yeah.
This
And
is
you're-
6
and
days
you're-
so far.
Okay, but I haven't been working on it every hour per day.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
I just work on it here and there, and then I take a break.
Exactly. That's the other thing. You need to
No, but
do
I have
it
other
for
things
a-
I have to do too. I have other things I need to do.
Of course you do, but you have to
Get
do
it
one thing
done.
and finish it, and then do something and finish it.
In a
Now, because
licensed
all the other things you
establishment,
have to do are not finished now either, right?
Which other things?
Like that you were doing when you were supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
None of them are finished either. You know?
Okay, funny, listen.
Oh, I'm not saying it in a mean way.
Okay. I know you're not.
It's in a constructive way, right?
Yes. Don't be looking at those elbows at this type of time.
Why?
I'm joking.
in a licensed establishment, you can only sell and serve alcohol to customers between the hours of 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. Monday to Sunday, and 9 a.m. to 3 a.m. on New Year's Eve, December 31st.
What? They never told me what time New Year's.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah,
So it's the.
it's true, I think.
They told. Okay.
I'm not 100%, but they keep saying
In a
something.
licensed
Maybe no.
establishment,
No, okay.
So say-
I know New Year's is different.
Yeah, they said
I know
something
New Year's.
about New Year's. yeah.
is past. You could go past. I'm gonna say yeah because New Year's you could go past 2. So
Yeah.
maybe up to 3. They never said how much up to though
Yeah.
on New Year's. Like maybe New Year's you could serve that whole New Year's, like you know.
Yeah.
But they never actually gave a time.
in a licensed establishment, you can only sell and serve alcohol to customers between the hours of 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. Monday to Sunday, and 9 a.m. to 3 a.m. on New Year's Eve, December 31st.
Okay, so now I also know you could only start serving at 9. Wait, so 9 to 5. That's how I'm gonna remember 9. From the beginning of a working shift, it's just
Mhm.
9, and then all the way to 2 a.m., which is around the end of a party on average. Parties sometimes end at like 2 to 3,
Mhm.
but 2 to be safe because 3 is like, say 3 is the time where bad stuff happens, so not 3. Got it right.
Correct.
You kind of don't even
Alcohol
have to
can
play this
only
when
be
you get it
sold
right,
or
only when you get it
served
wrong.
between the
No,
hours
I
of
need
9
to-
a.m.
I need
and
to
2
examine
a.m.
it in
Monday
my
to
head.
Sunday, and 9 a.m. to 3 a.m. on New Year's Eve.
I know you have an efficient one that's very speedy up, but I
Time
feel the need
transformed
to learn
knowledge.
stuff.
I do too. I love learning.
Okay, well, maybe I'm retarded, okay?
Yeah.
You can substitute one type of alcohol for another without you can substitute one type of
False.
alcohol for another without telling the customer.
Look, I'm gonna be fast like you. False.
Period.
Correct. You must never substitute one type of alcohol for another without the customer's consent.
Alright, motherfucker. You're right, I don't
You can
need
serve
to
a
do
drink
that.
at 2:05 a.m. as long as the order was placed before 2 a.m.
Lies.
Correct. Orders for alcohol must be served before the stop service time. Correct. Orders for alcohol must be served before the stop service time.
So the stop service time is the stop service time, not the stop order time. So it doesn't matter when you ordered it, the service stops at the stop service time.
What? That's confusing me. Explain.
No, okay, never mind.
No,
No,
explain.
no, ignore what I said then if you already got it.
I know
And
that
I made
at
it more
2 you
confusing.
cannot provide anymore.
Yeah.
But if somebody ordered at 1:55,
You have to get them that drink before 2.
yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
Like even if you start making it, the moment it hits 2, you can't get it.
Yeah.
But if you give it to them like 1 minute before 2, you could.
Yeah.
But if the time hits, you can't.
Yeah. They can still drink it after 2.
Yeah. They can still drink it, but you can't provide. Okay. That's all I was wondering. Because when you said what you said, I was thinking, okay, do we have to stop making the drinks at 1:45? But now, okay, so
All signs of alcohol must be cleared within 60 minutes of the stop service time.
all spots.
All signs of alcohol must be cleared within 60 minutes of the stop service time.
Should I tell you?
I think false.
It's 45 minutes. So yeah, you're right. False.
It's they have to be cleared from where? The
Like,
location,
yeah, like cleared out of the.
establishment.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be out of the building, but into the garbage, into the back, off the floor, off the bar counters. Like,
In 45 minutes after.
after the stop service time, you have to have the alcohol put away.
Oh, so that if a person comes to see, like the inspector, it's clear.
Yeah. I
So the
guess.
answer is 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think. But just press false and see what
Maybe
they tell you
60,
after.
maybe they changed it because 45
No,
is
when
retarded.
I was listening to yours, I never knew 45. I never knew you had to clear it by a certain time, but it said it just now when you were playing it.
And this last one?
No, like when you were listening to the stuff.
Oh, the.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Okay.
All signs of alcohol must be cleared within 60 minutes of the stop service time.
If I got it wrong for you, sorry. Just go.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, I was
Correct. All alcohol and its containers must be cleared within 45 minutes after the stop service time indicated on the liquor sales license.
it's kind of annoying. So, as a service person, you kind of don't want to serve them up to 2 then. Unless you're kicking them out.
No, it depends on what it is. Like, you don't really have that much to clear up. Like, for us, for example, it's just
You have to clear up the ones in the washroom. There's some in the washroom sometimes you have to clear up. You see all those people are cleaning?
cleaners.
So they're basically necessary.
yeah, but they're cleaning throughout the shift, so it shouldn't be a too much right at 2
Yeah,
o'clock.
that's,
You know what I
that,
mean?
oh, that is true.
Like, it's not gonna really.
It's an easy sweep.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, I'm not worried about their easy sweep. I'm wondering how fast you get the people out. So do you get them out at 2?
You don't have to get the people out. You just can't serve them alcohol.
At 2 you can't serve them alcohol, so do you want to get them out by 2?
Mm-mm. They can still stay and party, and you can keep them all night if you
No,
want.
but if they stay, there's still going to be alcohol roaming around.
Yeah, you can't serve any new alcohol.
No, but you also can't have any alcohol on the establishment at 45 minutes after 2.
I don't know.
And if the person's there, then they can have
This
alcohol.
is too much thinking because we don't even give a fuck anyways, right?
Okay, fine.
Correct. All alcohol and its containers must be cleared within 45 minutes after the stop service time indicated on the liquor sales license.
I
Okay.
forgot you're on live. I should be nicer while you're on live, right?
No, you should be
This
yourself,
chapter covers
asshole.
7 types of endorsements.
I'm not
Take
an
home the
asshole.
rest.
This,
This chapter covers 7 types of endorsements. Take home the rest. 7 types of endorsements. Endorsements allow licensed establishments to sell and serve alcohol under specific circumstances. Each type of endorsement is subject to specific regulations and conditions. Select the arrows to learn more. Brew pub endorsement allows the licensee to sell and serve beer manufactured on the premises for consumption on the same premises. The
Like this?
holder of a brew pub endorsement
yeah, I like it. It's nice. You need to not distract me while it's reading because then I have to
Okay,
stop.
sorry, go.
When
brew
it-
pub
When
endorsement.
it stops talking, then it's your chance to talk. Okay?
Brew pub endorsement allows the licensee to sell and serve beer manufactured on the premises for consumption on the same premises. The holder of a brew pub endorsement may offer their beer for takeout and delivery with food if they meet the requirements set out in regulation. It is the endorsement holder's responsibility to comply with all federal and provincial requirements. Wine pub endorsement allows the licensee to sell and serve wine manufactured on the premises for consumption on the same premises. The holder of a wine pub endorsement may offer their wine for takeout and delivery with food if they meet the eligibility requirements set out in regulation.
I want to make these things. I wanna have a place now, and it's gonna make wine and make beer, and it's gonna be like a place that people get to come, and they get to see how we make it and stuff, and then after they get to make some too, and then they get to drink it. So it's like a business and an experience.
Yeah, that's like more interesting.
Yeah,
You could do
but I
that
wouldn't
more.
want it to just be wine. I want it to be like wine, beer, and alcohol. So it's all three in one. So I'd have to have all three licenses. I think that'd be interesting. Because I'm making it and selling it in the same place. Because you know, some places they make it and then they have to find buyers.
Yeah.
Like, you know? But if I'm making it and selling it in the same place, I'm making it. So I'm the plug basically.
Yeah.
I'm selling it. I have clientele. And then I'm also selling it to companies. So I'm winning all the way around.
Yeah.
Wine pub endorsement allows the licensee to caterer's endorsement allows the caterer licensee to sell and serve alcohol off the licensed premises. The catered event must be sponsored by someone other than the license holder. The licensee's employees are the only ones allowed to sell or serve alcohol. Any unserved alcohol must be returned back to the caterer's licensed premises. Room service endorsement allows the licensee to sell and serve alcohol to registered guests in a room that is rented for overnight accommodation. Minibar endorsement allows the licensee to sell alcohol from a minibar in a room that is rented for overnight accommodation. The minibar must also include non-alcoholic beverages. Golf course endorsement allows the licensee to sell and serve alcohol for consumption on the playing area of a golf course. Alcohol may be sold and served from a mobile vending cart. Customers are not permitted to have alcohol outside of licensed areas. Areas that are not licensed include parking lots, public walkways, or roadways. While customers can have open alcohol in a golf cart, they cannot hold or drink alcohol while driving the cart.
Yeah, and in my business, I'll make it so it's all three, and then there'll be a golf course in the area too. You know?
Bring your own wine, BYOW endorsement, allows customers to bring bottles of commercially made wine into a licensed establishment for consumption on the premises. The bottle must be sealed and unopened when it is brought into the establishment and must be opened by an employee of the establishment. A customer can take home any unopened or unfinished wine when leaving the establishment, provided it has been securely closed by the licensee.
I definitely won't forget the idea if I have this one establishment. Right?
No.
Take home the rest.
Not
All
necessarily.
liquor sales licensees have the option to reseal a partially
What?
Never mind. You don't have to stop the video.
I have to stop the video. I can't hear you
No,
and
listen to me. Listen to the video.
take home the rest. All liquor sales licensees have the option to reseal a partially consumed bottle of commercially made wine so that patrons can take it home. Use the button in the top right-hand corner of the box below to review rules and regulations. The customer must not be intoxicated. The wine must have been opened and partially consumed. The wine must be commercially made and bought at the establishment or brought in by the customer under the BYOW endorsement. The wine bottle must be securely closed by the licensee. Wine from another bottle must not be combined into the bottle that will be resealed. A customer must not be allowed to take home an unopened bottle of wine purchased from the licensed establishment unless it's ordered with food for takeout.
That's annoying. So it has to be ordered with food. So I'd have to sell food in my wine part. So So the wine part would be food and wine, and then the beer part would be just beer. And only the thing, they buy the wine is if they buy it from you. That's what. But they could take the beer home without buying food.
You said that?
I don't know.
When a golfer goes to the parking lot to get something she forgot in her car, can she carry an open alcoholic beverage?
Yeah.
When a golfer goes to the parking lot to get something she forgot in her car, can she carry an open alcoholic beverage?
That's a tricky one because I think that's like you can't have open things in public, right? Oh, because she's off the establishment.
It's only
But is
in
the parking
licensed-
on the establishment?
But it's only in the licensed area, so probably in the restaurant and on the field they said you're allowed. So in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
When a golfer goes to the parking lot to get something she forgot in her car, can she carry an open alcoholic beverage?
No, it's not on the property.
Correct.
No, not
Customers are not permitted to have open alcohol outside of the licensed area, which include parking lots, public walkways, or roadways.
Okay, what did you say?
Nothing.
Can a server use the original screw cap to reseal a bottle of wine so that the customer can take it home?
I would think so because they could take it home.
Can a server use the original screw cap to reseal a bottle of wine so that the customer can take it home?
I'll say no because it can't be the server. It has to be the licensee, I think. Oh no.
Incorrect. A partially consumed bottle of commercially made wine removed from the licensed premises must be securely closed by the licensee.
So is that right?
I guess the server is the licensee.
Oh, because they have their serving license.
Yeah.
Can a server use the original screw cap to reseal a bottle of wine so that the customer can take it home?
Yeah, no, I would have said
Does a
yes, but-
minibar have to include non-alcoholic beverages?
Yes. It does have to.
Correct. A minibar must include non-alcoholic beverages.
Watch.
Can a restaurant serve a bottle of homemade wine brought in by a customer?
No, they can only serve what we have.
Correct. A BYOW endorsement allows the licensee to serve only commercially made wine brought in by a customer.
What?
Can a
What's
restaurant
that?
serve a bottle of homemade wine brought in by a...
Homemade. Okay, it's because it's homemade. That's what confused me. Because it said it was brought in, but then they said it could serve them brought in, but then the difference is one was
You can
homemade.
only you can only serve commercially made wine.
Yeah, the company, why not?
Should a caterer...
So the person could put poison in it. But if it's fucked up because of the thing, then that's fine.
Should a caterer always remove any unserved alcohol when leaving the catered event? Should a caterer always remove any unserved alcohol when leaving the catered event? Correct. Any unserved alcohol must be returned to the caterer's licensed premises. This chapter covers types and classes of special occasion permits, SOPs. Special occasion permits, SOPs. Special occasion permits, SOPs, are required for the service of alcohol at an event in any location other than a licensed establishment, bar or restaurant, private place, boardroom in a private office, or residence. However, if alcohol is being offered for sale at a private place, an SOP is required. This excludes private residences, your home, where alcohol cannot be sold. Select the arrows to learn more. Special occasion permits, SOPs. Special occasion permits, SOPs, are required for the service of alcohol at an event in any location other than a licensed establishment, bar or restaurant, private place, boardroom in a private office, or residence. However, if alcohol is being offered for sale at a private place, An SOP is required. This excludes private residences, your home, where alcohol cannot be sold. Select the arrows to learn more. The individual whose name is listed on an SOP or a designate must be present at all times and holds the responsibility for ensuring the Liquor License and Control Act 2019 LLCA regulations and standards are followed. The SOP permit holder must only sell and serve alcohol to guests who are at least 19 years of age.
The picture frame.
No, not the picture frame. The bottle of thing.
The SOP permit holder must ensure all staff selling, serving, or handling alcohol are at least 18 years of age, including anyone selling drink tickets. Although Smart Serve certification is not required under an SOP, it is strongly recommended and may be a requirement under a municipal alcohol policy, MAP. Two types of permits. Select each image to learn about the two types of permits that are available. A no-sale permit is required when an event is held in a location other than a private place or residence. Alcohol is served free of charge.
I don't get this one. What did he say?
If you're having an event, that's like all-inclusive, like a free alcohol event.
Then it's required or not?
Then you need that permit, that no-sale permit.
Okay.
So if you're gonna serve alcohol
For free, okay.
or included with the
A sale permit is required when
sorry.
alcohol is sold,
Did I block
either
your
through a
camera?
cash bar or
No.
alcohol tickets. Admission. A sale permit is required when alcohol is sold, either through a cash bar or alcohol tickets. Admission is charged.
Who's washing?
No breaks.
Yes, I mean.
No, this is a sweatshop. No breaks. I'm just kidding, baby.
There's a lot to do on this thing, so I don't know if I'll actually finish it today.
You have to finish
But
it
if I
today.
don't, I'll send her all the information except for that. And then I'll send her that,
But you have to just finish it today because you're busy tomorrow. You're working tomorrow, so just finish it today. You have the whole day.
Yeah, I will try my best.
No, it doesn't really. Like we're just gonna finish it today.
Okay. What time are we planning to go
I
out?
want to leave as soon as possible, so just finish.
Okay. So as soon as possible, give me a time.
I don't have a time. I don't.
Okay. What's the latest time? That's like.
Just get to work, and then probably the latest I want to be like 2.
Types of events, part 1. Select each image to learn more about types of events. Private. Private events are only for individuals who have been invited by the host. These include cash or non-cash bars at birthday parties, weddings, and bridal showers. Public. Public events are open to the public and allow for fundraising profit from the sale of alcohol. Examples include charity fundraisers, outdoor street festivals, and community festivals. Industry promotional. Industry promotional events are held to promote a manufacturer's product through sampling. However, there can be no intent to profit from the sale of alcohol at these events. Industry promotional. Industry promotional events are held to promote a manufacturer's product through sampling. However, there can be no intent to profit from the sale of alcohol at these events.
So they could sell, but they can have intentions to sell.
SOPs for private events. Select each item to learn more about SOPs for private events. Important rules. Private events cannot be advertised, including via public social media, can only be attended by invited guests, cannot profit from the sale of alcohol, cannot be used for personal gain or to help a business, cannot encourage drinking contests or games that lead to excessive drinking. Alcohol served. Alcohol served and sold at an SOP private event must be purchased under authority of the permit from the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, LCBO, the beer store, and or manufacturers' retail stores. Homemade wine and beer can be served at a private event as long as it is not sold. The beer or wine must be made by a member of the family hosting the event and provided free of charge. Although not legally required, SmartServe recommends that food be made available. Types of events, Part 2. Tailgate events. A tailgate event is a type of public event for which you can obtain a special occasion permit, SOP, called a tailgate event permit. A tailgate event is generally considered to be an outdoor social gathering where attendees can bring their own food, beverages, including alcohol, and often their vehicles. Select the arrows to learn more.
And off in the weekend. Oh, like off it, like they open the trunks and that's how they get off their drinks, you know?
Eligibility. To be eligible for a tailgate event permit in Ontario, the tailgate event must be an outdoor event that is held in connection with and in proximity to one of the following types of live sporting events: professional, semi-professional, post-secondary, held at an outdoor space at ground level, example, parking lot. Be in proximity to where the live sporting event is taking place. Alcohol sold, served, and consumed. Unlike other SOPs, attendees 19 years of age or older must be permitted to bring their own alcohol, BYOB, for consumption within the permitted area for the tailgate event. However, attendees cannot sell their own alcohol as only the permit holder may sell alcohol purchased under the permit if the permit allows for it. Attendees can bring and consume homemade alcohol or alcohol made at a brew or ferment on-premise facility, but the permit holder cannot sell or serve this type of alcohol. Important rules, 1 of 2. Permit holders, or a designated responsible person, are responsible for the safety of all individuals attending the event. It is their responsibility to not allow intoxication, regardless of whether alcohol is sold or served by the permit holder or is brought by the attendee. It is the responsibility of the permit holder to ensure that individuals under 19 are not consuming any alcohol in the permitted area of the tailgate event. The designated responsible person for the tailgating event must be 19 years or older. Important rules 2 of 2. A tailgate event permit specifies the hours that alcohol can be sold, served, and consumed during each event. The permit holder shall ensure that the hours outlined in the permit are followed. The hours must be between 9 a.m. and 2 a.m. the following day, except for New Year's Eve, December 31st, when sale, service, and consumption must cease by 3 a.m. on January 1st. It is the responsibility of the permit holder to ensure that individuals attending the tailgate event do not leave the permit area with unsealed or opened alcohol. For example, 1. In cases where an attendee is departing the event in a motorized vehicle other than a form of public transit, alcohol must be sealed and unopened or packed in baggage that is fastened closed or is not otherwise available to anyone in the vehicle. 2. Attendees leaving by foot or other means must transport unfinished alcohol in a closed container. A sale permit is required if you plan on selling alcohol at an event in a private place. A sale permit is required if you plan on selling alcohol at an event in a private place.
I don't know if you can sell alcohol in a
Pick one. No, what you doing, sir?
Correct. Sale permits are required for the sale and service of alcohol at an event in any location other than a licensed establishment. Private events serving or selling alcohol can only be attended by invited guests. Private events serving or selling alcohol can only be attended by invited guests. Correct. Private events serving or selling alcohol can only be attended by invited guests.
I'm doing it pretty fast.
This chapter covers important regulations and standards for retail sales, retail sampling, retail stores. Select the arrows to find out where alcohol can be sold in a retail environment in Ontario. Grocery stores. Licensed grocery stores can sell beer, cider, and wine. Manufacturers on and off-site. Eligible products, wine, beer, or cider, can be sold at manufacturers on and off-site stores. Retail store information guides can be found on the AGCO's website.
So we're allowed to make homemade beer and stuff, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, because they said the person could bring the homemade beer, but he can't sell it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they could even buy it. But maybe you need to have a license to make it. I don't know.
Manufacturers on and off-site. Eligible products, wine, beer, or cider, can be sold at manufacturers on and off-site stores. Retail store information guides can be found on the AGCO's website. Farmers markets. Manufacturers can sell their 100% Ontario wine or cider made from 100% Ontario apples at farmers markets. Spirits may also be sold at a farmer's market if at least 50% of the volume in the container is made from start to finish at a production site in Ontario. Beer is eligible to be sold at farmers markets only if the full brewing process takes place at a production site in Ontario.
So you can make wine out of alcohol? I mean, what am I saying? You can make
Wine out of apples, yes.
yeah. What do you use to make alcohol? You know?
To be honest.
I I know beer is like grains, like the stuff you use to make bread. Right?
Or maybe the same thing.
I want to learn how to make all of these and then get my license and then make my own brand. And I know exactly what I'm gonna name it.
Regulations and Standards Part 1. All licensed grocery stores and manufacturers' retail stores selling alcohol in Ontario are subject to the Liquor License and Control Act 2019 LLCA and the Registrar's interim standards and requirements. It is the responsibility of the licensee to ensure that the proper conditions for in-store alcohol sales and sampling are met. Use the button in the top right-hand corner of the box below to learn more. Only sell alcohol to customers who are at least 19 years of age.
Okay.